Good morning. Good morning. So, today, day 3 of practice, 30-day challenge. And today, I start my new job. I'm going to go back to work at Super Supplements part time. And I'm excited, looking forward to that. So, I was getting myself ready this morning. So, I apologize for hopping on here a little later than I thought that I would when I posted earlier. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Crystal Willingham. I am a whole life wellness consultant and Reiki practitioner. And I am doing this 30-day challenge to help myself stay focused on my practice of mindfulness, of allowing, of self healing, self awareness, and self love. So, one of the things that I posted in the group is I asked a question about our top of mind issues. And what I'm typically finding when I ask that question is people have their number one issues are sort of in three areas. And I'm sure there's, of course, there's plenty of other areas, but the three main ones that seem to keep coming up: lack of finance, so lack of cash flow and ability to spend freely and sort of pay the bills and do all the things that you want to do. That's number one. Number two, lack of health and vitality, feeling your best and being healthy and knowing that your body's working optimally. And the third one usually tends to be about relationships, specifically love and romance, and a lack of that in your life. So today we're going to talk about the number one issue and the dream version of your life with that being resolved. So hopefully you guys have taken some time to really sit down and think about your dream version, think about your issue and go, okay, like what would it look like? What would my life look like if this issue were not present anymore? And so I call that the dream version. So yeah, for me, again, yeah, it is the financial piece. And, I feel like I've done my work, my inner work, and I'm manifesting, and I have great relationships and wonderful love in my life, and, healthy and vital and, feeling really good and energetic. And so it's like this one last bastion of momentum and of sort of energy that's out of alignment. And because we are already divinely abundant, we have access to all goodness in every moment. And so when we're not experiencing the presence of that in our lives in a real manifested way, what I've discovered is that it's really not an external issue. It's really something that's internal, because in every given moment we have the ability, we have the power within ourselves to create with our thought and our feelings and our beliefs. So it's not to say that we are, creating physical manifestations in that moment, but we are creating the energy of it. We are creating with our thought patterns, everything being energy. Thought patterns and belief patterns and emotional patterns are energy, and we have the ability to deliberately choose those. And so this is, principles of the art of allowing. If you're not already familiar with that, you can check out the download on my website. I have a guide on that, and of course, plenty of other information out there from plenty of wonderful authors and experts such as Abraham Hicks. So, anyway, so we do have this ability in every given moment to choose, a better feeling, choose a better thought. And when we realize that this is our power, that literally the moment by moment life that we're living, the power is in the now. And as we choose to really stay mindful of the mind chatter and the feelings and the thoughts that we're putting out there about these issues, we start to see that truly it is our thinking, it is our belief patterns, it is that structure that's sort of continuing to bring forth the experiences of this thing being missing, even though the truth and the reality is that abundance is all around us all the time and that we have access to it in any given moment. I'm learning this too, so this is why I'm sharing, because this is huge for me as well. So I've had enough experience over the last year with practicing this and experimenting with it and seeing that indeed shifting my thoughts and shifting my feelings and shifting my energy around things definitely makes a difference. So getting back to the topic at hand, we're talking today about the dream version, and for most of us that is having an abundance of financial flow, having that cash flow, having that consistent income coming in that exceeds our needs and allows us to have the freedoms to go and do things that we want to do and move around in the world and create experience. So, sorry, I got some pop-ups there. So, let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and tap on here and invite some folks to hop on this live stream while I'm here, because I just realized that you have that option. So I'm going to do that right now. See if anybody wants to come and join me. Haha, this is cool. All right. Oh, hi Lily. I was just oh good, you're home today. Okay, I was just sending out some invitations for folks to watch the live stream. So basically what I'm talking about today is really getting real with yourself and taking a look at what is really blocking you and blocking me from having the dream version of the life that we're really here to live. And so if you missed the kind of the first part of it, but go back and watch the replay for that first introduction. Sorry I didn't invite you guys to join me sooner, but I just kind of noticed that little button down there that had the add people. So hey Terry, glad you're here, honey. So anyway, yeah, so let me just go ahead and get on with the subject at hand. And if you want to go back and watch the beginning, then that's cool, because there's some stuff that I said early on, but I'm not going to say it again. So for me, it was the question of what is blocking my experience of financial flow? What is blocking my experience of financial abundance? What's blocking me? Because as I said, it's all internal. So thoughts, feelings, beliefs, this is all energy. And in every given moment, we have the opportunity to choose those thoughts and feelings, and that's where our power is. It's in the moment, it's in the now. So as I ask that question, and I'm encouraging everyone to, take a moment to really get internal and ask the questions. Ask God. Ask Jesus, ask your angels, ask your guides, ask the universe, ask yourself, what is going on? What is going on? What do I need to know? What am I missing? What am I not seeing? Because something is blocking me from the preferred experience. Something is in the way of my preferred experience. And it's not external. It's never anything external. It's never them. It's never that situation. It's always me. So what is it? What am I not seeing? So I asked that question last night, and I decided to pull some oracle cards. I don't do my cards real super often. I've been really sort of in a phase of, just really sort of asking questions and writing down what comes to me in the moment, sort of really tapping into my higher self and that energy that's there. But this time I just decided to ask the question and pull some cards. So the question I asked three questions. What is blocking my experience of financial abundance and cash flow? What can I do to resolve it? And what is the lesson here? Because there's always something that these experiences are seeking to provide, So in terms of how is this serving me, it's always serving me in some way. Might not feel like it. It may feel ugly and sad or, whatever. But in some way, there's a message, there's a gift. And so we need to ask that question, what is it? So the first set of cards I pulled were from the, oh gosh, what's the name of this deck? I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, I'll share it with you guys later. So the first card that came up for me, what's blocking my experience of financial abundance and cash flow, was right. So that's showing up backwards for you. It says right, W-R-I-T-E, right. And it was significant to me because I have been being guided for a long time now to do more writing. And in fact, last week, actually a few days ago, not last week, just a couple days ago, I got a message from a woman who has a writing group, a storytelling group on Facebook. And she messaged me and sent me a link to an online blog that is accepting submissions for people who write about things that I like to write about. And I thought, oh, that's cool, so maybe I should do more writing. And I've been getting this message for a long, long time. Do more writing, Crystal, do more writing. And just for whatever reason, putting other things first and not doing it. So my spirit is telling me, Crystal, it's time to write. You really need to start to tell your story, get your messages out, put all of these things that you know on paper into the written word and put it out. Okay, that made sense to me. How this would be blocking my financial flow. Anytime we're not acting on the impulses and the urges and those inspired thoughts, we're blocking ourselves. We're blocking ourselves from all divine abundance, not just financial. So we really need to pay attention to that and act on those internal nudges to do these things. So writing, that was the first card that came up. The second one was contact. What can I do to resolve it? Contact. That was the second card. So for me, what that signified was I have a contact. Someone has already given me a contact. And I just need to make contact. I need to just make contact. I need to write and then make contact and get my writing out there. So, gosh, answers are just so, sort of simple and precise. And the third one, what's the lesson in this for me? Commitment. Am I really allowing myself to make this commitment to myself? I want to grow. I want to be in a different space. I want to move in the direction of my dream version. It takes commitment to do that. It takes commitment for all of us. Are we willing to commit to the journey? Are we really willing to commit to doing the things that we know that it takes? And that's the lesson in this for me. Am I committed? Yeah, I'm committed. I'm here and I'm committed and I'm doing it. And so it was a reminder to me to, really stand in that commitment and go forward and do those things that are going to take me to the next level. So I also pulled cards from the Angel Tarot deck. And again, the same three questions. And the first card that came up was life experience. What is blocking my experience of financial abundance and cash flow? Bam, life experience. My way of being in the world, my mission in this incarnation is to share life experience. And if I don't have life experiences to share with anybody, then what am I going to share? So I can relate to each and every one of you who's having financial issues because I'm having them too. And my journey of figuring out what I need to be doing differently I can share that. And so this experience really has purpose for me, and the purpose is to give me the life experiences that I need to move forward and doing the work that I'm here to do. And so it's not in that sense. What I'm getting from this card is that it's not really a block as much as it's just what I'm experiencing in the here and now. There's purpose in it, and it's for me. Everything's always for us. And so I see that now. So that's what that first card was telling me. That card actually just kind of fell out of the deck. So as I was shuffling, when that happens, the cards jump out. That's a big one. That's one that they really want you to know. So I pulled another card on that question just to be sure, and it was the Six of Fire. And this card signifies victory, good news is on its way, public recognition, or awards. So again, just another confirmation that this isn't really a block. This is purposeful. This is my time of really examining myself and getting really clear about how I'm showing up in the world. And through my writing, through sharing what I'm sharing with you guys right now, this is all intentional. This is all in my design. This is all on purpose, and it's for me. So that's the Six of Fire. The next card that came up for me was the Justice card. What can I do to resolve it? And again, it's the same answer. The Justice card is about standing up for your beliefs. What I believe is that I'm creating in every given moment. I am creating these experiences. And the way that I'm creating my experiences is with my thoughts and feelings. This is the art of allowing. So as I allow myself to be an expression of love, be an expression of happiness, of bliss, of joy, of peace, I bring more of that into my experience. And that's honestly what I believe. So in this scenario, what I'm doing to resolve it is really still sticking to what I know and continuing on a moment by moment basis to stand in my truth, and that is the truth of who I am, why I'm here, what I'm here to do, and be love. And that brings me to the third card, which is the Lovers. And the lesson, be love. And not just for myself, because this is about, there's an S on the end of lover. This is about loving all, loving everyone, being that source of universal, unconditional love for everybody. Again, it's in my design to be that. And so, oh, I'm sorry, Lily. Can you hear me better now? I think I might have had my hand over the speaker. Let me know if you can hear me better now. So anyway, I'm going to continue on. All right, so the Lovers. The Lovers card is, again, about universal, unconditional love. It's the highest, of course, in the tarot. Okay, good. Sorry, I had my hand over the thing. Hi, Maria. So the Lovers is, again, it's like the universal love, and I wanted to be sure. So again, I drew a second card just to be sure about that. Guess what? Ace of Water. Emotional love. This card is about really spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, and thank you, Maria. I'm glad that you jumped in. I'm just about to wrap up here. This is the last card that I pulled. It was about again about love. So what my lesson was in this question that I asked, what is blocking me? It really boiled down to doing the things that my spirit is guiding me to do. And I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. Really take a look inside, listen, because it's not difficult to find it. It's not hard. It's that little voice that you hear all the time, but sort of putting it to the side or thinking that that's not as important as this other thing, or, sometimes our spirit guides us in a direction that doesn't seem logical. Like, how would going that direction help me with this problem? But you have to learn to be able to trust in that and trust in your inner voice, and that it is guiding you in the right direction. And the more you step into alignment with the truth of who you are, again, we're going to be practicing human design, and you can actually you have a roadmap, a blueprint right there that you can go, okay, this is who I am. This is how I came in. This is how I'm supposed to be. And how I am, not just how I'm supposed to be. This is how I am. And use that to, sort of allow yourself to have more compassion for yourself, more love for yourself, more awareness of who you are. And that little voice gets louder, because then it's like, oh, she hears me. Yay, I can, really get through to her. And so that's what I feel like this is doing for me. So it's the number one thing, acting on the truth of who I am, the messages, the inspirations that are coming to me. For me, it's more writing. It's more speaking on my life experiences, so more of that. To resolve this issue really is not an issue. It's just part of the journey, and standing in the truth of that, understanding and believing that my thoughts and feelings are creating my experiences, and that I'm going to continue to be loving. I'm going to continue to be joyful, peaceful, blissful, and know that I have the ability to shift when I'm not feeling that way into that, and paying attention to those things and releasing those trapped emotions and releasing the things that are not serving me. Letting go of all that stuff from the past. Rooting myself in the present moment. Not projecting any fear or doubt or worry into the future, and just being here right now. And the third thing is my lesson: more love, more love, more love, more love, more love, more love, and commitment to myself. More love, commitment to myself. So this is what I wanted to share with you this morning. I hope that it gives you some food for thought for your own issues, for your own, areas where you feel like there's lack, and knowing that there's something that's there, that the universe, that God, that Jesus, your angels, your guides, whoever, your higher self, whoever you consider that to be, is wanting you to know. Last night we were talking about this at the women's group, that your spirit will not let you go in the wrong direction and not experience pain. You can't go in the wrong direction and feel good. That is your signal. That is your cue. If it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel like it's bringing you all of the beauty and all of the wonder and all of the love and all of the awe and all of the preciousness, all of the things that you know that life has to offer that somehow feel like they're eluding you, then you're going the wrong direction. And your life, your design, your inner compass will help you to turn yourself in the right direction if you let it. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say today. I didn't really, I was thinking about this all morning, and I'm actually, like I said, I'm getting ready to go to work, my first day at Super Supplements. So if you guys are out and about, come see me at Super Supplements. It's going to be a great day, and I'm looking forward to it. So I think I better go, because I need to still eat some breakfast and get myself ready. Let me know if you have any thoughts or feelings or comments on this. Write your comments in or questions. And if you have a specific issue that you're dealing with and you just can't, it's like, this makes sense to me, but, oh, thank you, Lily. But I can't really get a grasp on how it's, what it's here to show me. Let me know, because I'm kind of good at kind of walking through those scenarios and figuring out like what this is really there to show you. So let's chat about that if you need to. Okay, so you guys have a great day, and I love you, and I'll see you soon.